Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
This shocking video from Fort Collins quickly went viral. A young woman in Old Town was slammed to the ground by a police officer. Well, since the incident 1 year ago, we have been asking for the cops' body cam video. Today we got it. Our Stan Bush has been reviewing that video. And Stan, what we've seen from the cell phone obviously didn't tell the whole story.
And Jim, this video could reignite the debate over police brutality here. Fort Collins police say they didn't release this body camera footage earlier to reduce publicity before the case went to trial. A case that, before trial, cleared the officer of any wrongdoing. Officer Randall Clamser's body camera shows that Michaela Surratt wasn't even a priority before he grabbed her.
He's not free to go, but you can keep walking. Back off.
No, I'm going to stay here.
No, man,
you don't need to touch me. You don't need to touch me.
The CSU student had been drinking at the bar and asks what she'd done wrong.
Put your hand upon your head, because you're under arrest.
She doesn't get an answer and struggles. Seconds later, Clamser throws her into the pavement.
What did I do? What the are you?
Stay down.
Civil rights attorney David Lane now represents Surratt.
He doesn't have a right to grab her at that point, and she has a right to resist unlawful use of force under Colorado law.
Clamser's arrest report accused Surratt of assaulting him, and at a hearing in January, Clamser said Surratt grabbed him by the throat and tried to choke him. But there are no pictures of his alleged injuries, and the video never shows her choke him in the 4 seconds before he controls her. Assault charges were later dropped, but the video does show him threaten Surratt with the body slam.
Explain to me why you're arresting me. What did I do?
I don't want to throw you on the ground.
What did I
Please don't do that.
That to you says that this was on his mind, that he was
yeah.
planning to use this move no matter who he was dealing with.
And interestingly enough, we started at a hearing in this case under oath. He said, I didn't throw her to the ground.
Clamser says his behavior was an effort to protect his partner and their investigation, calling what happened that night necessary.
What do I think? I think the cops are liars.
Now, Surratt is the defendant in the case, facing a misdemeanor resisting arrest charge. Those cases don't usually get this level of publicity, but afterwards, a civil rights complaint could be coming next against the Fort Collins Police Department. We're live tonight in Denver. Stan Bush covering Colorado First.
Stan, thanks.
Disturbing body cam video shows cop smash tiny woman face first into the pavement. Body camera footage has just been released showing a Fort Collins police officer needlessly assault and then body slam a young college student face first into the ground. By Matt Agarist, May 2, 2018. Fort Collins last April, as TFTP reported, bystanders at a sports bar near Colorado State University watched in horror as a Fort Collins cop proceeded to attack a young woman, sending her flying face first into the pavement. Now, 1 year later, police have finally released the body camera footage showing how entirely unnecessary and outright abusive this officer's actions were that night. The officer's victim was a tiny Colorado State University student, Michaela Surratt. As the body camera footage shows, the interaction, detainment, and subsequent use of force were all uncalled for. According to the footage, Officer Randall Clamser tells Surratt that she was of no interest to police and asked her to leave. Surratt then tells the officer that she is going to stay there to make sure her friend was okay. However, Clamser wanted nothing of it, so he began grabbing and shoving the 22-year-old college student. Surratt, having done nothing wrong, tells the officer to get his hands off her and begins asking what she had done wrong. Without answering the young woman's question, Clamser then threatens the woman, telling her that he is going to slam her to the ground. Seconds later, dozens of bystanders witnessed the officer fulfill his promise and smash Surratt's face into the pavement. He doesn't have a right to grab her, and she has a right to resist under Colorado law, said civil rights attorney David Lane, who is now representing Surratt. He has no legal right to use that force, and she has a legal right to refuse that force. In his report, Clamser claimed that Surratt attacked him and was choking him. However, the video clearly shows this did not happen, proving that the cop was lying. The officer even went so far as to claim Surratt dug her nails into his neck and left marks, but there was absolutely no evidence of this at all, and, as the video shows, it never happened. Did he produce any evidence of those scars? Not one shred. They had pictures of everything. He said she dug her nails in his neck and there's not a mark on him. Not one shred of proof, Lane said. Of course, the Ft. Collins Police Department is standing by their boy in blue. According to CBS 4 Denver, Clamser was originally placed on administrative leave, but was eventually cleared by the Department of Wrongdoing. He is still on active service. We at the Free Thought Project believe if that takedown move, which appears to be premeditated, is standard procedure, then all of Ft. Collins police officers need retraining. If that was not a cop, and he did that, he would be facing felony assault charges, but it's a cop, so now she's the defendant, Lane pointed out. Surratt will now have to defend herself in court in August on a resisting arrest charge. As TFTP has demonstrated before, police often brutalize women during arrest procedures, seemingly not taking their size, stature, and weight into consideration when effecting an arrest. Cops also beat their wives and girlfriends at nearly double the national average, and this number is estimated to be much higher as many women are scared to report their spouse to the very departments in which their abusers work. Below is the video highlighting this problem. If you'd like to voice your concern over this officer's actions and subsequent lack of punishment, you can peacefully do so at their Facebook page, here.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use, and also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.